Hey, it's Alex from Consumer Reports, and today we're going to talk about rear-wheel steering systems. These systems first showed up in the US market in the late 80s and early 90s, primarily with some Japanese vehicles, but we're starting to see them come back on higher-end vehicles and even some sports cars. So I'm going to take you over to this little diagram that I drew here to try to tell you what's going on. So of course, your normal average vehicle, only the front wheels are doing the steering. But in a rear-wheel steering system, there are two primary states. The low-speed state here, where the wheels are actually turning in the opposite direction. And what that's going to do is tighten your turning circle, and ultimately what you're trying to achieve is extra low-speed maneuverability. This is in such as a parking lot or low-speed turns. The vehicle's going to turn much tighter than if it did not have the rear-wheel steering system. The other state is actually at higher speeds, where the rear wheels turn in the same direction as the front wheels. Now, the purpose of this is to smoothen out things like lane changes and really add to the high-speed stability of the vehicle. So to help explain the benefits and the effects of the rear-wheel steering system, I grabbed two cars from the Consumer Reports fleet of vehicles. The 2022 Mercedes EQS 580, and the other one is actually a 2022 Nissan Frontier SV Crew Cab with the short bed. Now, these vehicles might not seem similar at all or worth comparing, but the reason I chose them is because they happen to have the exact same 126-inch wheelbase. So looking at the Mercedes, 126-inch wheelbase, and this car has a rear-wheel steering system that allows the rear wheels to steer up to 10 degrees, which is quite high for any vehicle with this type of system. And you'll see the turning circle is 35 feet 9 inches. For comparison here, we have our Nissan Frontier. Like I said, the same 126-inch wheelbase, but of course, this vehicle has no rear steer capability. And you'll see the turning circle is 42 feet 5 inches. That gives us a difference of 6 feet and 4 inches. Of course, the EQS has a rear steer system and the Frontier does not. So as you can see, the EQS creates a much tighter circle when it's turned fully lock compared to the Nissan Frontier. In terms of the effects on the driving experience, this EQS behind me, which is a really big car with a very long wheelbase, it makes it feel much smaller, much more nimble to drive. Now, if I were shopping for a new car, I wouldn't necessarily go out of my way to select a model just because it has rear steer capability, but there's no denying the fact that on large cars like this EQS, it does aid in low-speed maneuverability.